Hello, everyone. I'm Mike Walter. For the last several years, we've been fortunate enough to build our Trajectory on Location studios here at Northrop Grumman Center for Innovative Solutions. It's an amazing facility, and we're so grateful to Northrop Grumman for hosting us. Joining me now are Steve Ryan, Senior Mission Engineer, and Hugh McFadden, Manager of Emerging Intelligence Programs from Northrop Grumman. They're going to share with us their insights on emerging trends in GEOINT and how Northrop Grumman is leading the way. Thanks so much for joining us. How are you? And just kind of, if you would, your show theme this year, Facilitating Decision Advantage Through Data. What does that mean to Northrop Grumman?
I think it's a really interesting question, Mike. When you look at decision advantage, that's really an outcome. We're in the business of intelligence here at Northrop Grumman, among many other areas. And for us, decision advantage means getting the right information to the right people at the right time to achieve desired outcomes, whether that's a policymaker or a warfighter, from the guys on the ground to the guys who are calling the shots. We want to make sure that people have that information and they're able to achieve those outcomes, ultimately to defend our nation and our allies.
Hugh, why don't you, if you will, give us an idea of why this is so critically important?
Well, first, I would also say, what do you need to do that, right? So it's not just having the data, it's not just having the processing, it's getting the right data over the right place, the right persistence, and really running the right processes in a timely manner to get to the point of decision. That is actually a critical thing. The timeliness, the breadth, the depth, all those actually enable the decisions.
Northrop Grumman, obviously a solution provider, mission integrator, and expected to keep up with evolving technologies and tools to help analysts be more effective at their job. What are some approaches you've taken to accomplish this?
I think one of the things that we think about here is visualization, right? When we talk about visualization, we often think of simply what does it look like on the monitor. You think of the 24 visualization center. Moving beyond that is trying to think about how do we do visualization differently, getting beyond fusion on the glass, getting beyond a two-dimensional view of the world. This is particularly relevant in the GEOINT realm. How can we change that so it's a more immersive experience for your average GEOINT analyst, your average GEOINT user? Commercial technologies have really pushed the leading edge here. So Northrop Grumman, as a mission solutions provider to our IC and DoD customers, needs to be able to bring that technology into the defense space and take those best practices to really identify what of those are valuable for our customers and then deliver those solutions in an effective and affordable way.
It's such an advanced field, and it just seems to be changing all the time. It's kind of a moving target, but that's part of the excitement of it all, isn't it?
I would also say, too, is it's exciting, but you have to be able to lead analysts forward as well. We're all inherently repetitive beings, right? We get very comfortable in some of the things that we're used to doing, so you create these biases based on your history. We have to move past those biases to kind of embrace what the emerging technologies will supply us in our ability to really move through data to get to that point of decision.
Yeah, so you're talking about biases, but in your view, what is the biggest challenge facing the geospatial intelligence analyst community? Is it bias or is it something else, Steve?
I think it's this ability to blend technology and tradecraft together. We often focus on one or the other. Northrop Grumman's impact process is one of the things that we use to make sure that we're bringing best-of-breed technology design with understanding of analytic methodologies. It's easy, when you look at my background, I'm a former intelligence officer and now trained as a systems engineer, and part of the difficulty is blending those two approaches, understanding the art of intelligence analysis and combining that with advanced technology. That's one of the things that Northrop Grumman seeks to do, along with that mission tailoring for our customers.
And really getting into things like user-centric design, emphasizing really studying the analysts, thinking forward with them, and then taking that user-centric design methodology, thought process, and wrapping it into this collaborative development, collaborative sort of design, engineering, product generation process, really.
A lot of moving pieces, it sounds like.
I'd put it this way: we need automation to support analysts, not to supplant them.
In a world where things are moving so quickly, we need to shift as emerging needs present themselves. So what is Northrop Grumman doing to help promote community and industry-driven innovation?
So one of the things that we're looking at is how we partner with innovative small businesses. There's a lot of companies out there with fascinating technology that's applied to both defense and non-defense aspects. As a systems integrator, one of the things we want to do is be able to bring together best breed solutions for the government and to do so in an effective way. So we spend a lot of time engaging with our commercial partners, a lot of time engaging with research institutions, with universities to identify what are those leading trends in technology. What are the leading trends in completely non-defense applications? How are location-aware services changing the way we think about and interact with the world? And then bringing that to people in an understandable way and in a meaningful way.
So Steve actually hit on a very important point. Previously, in the old paradigm is that out of government and government expenditures, you're really spinning out new technology. It's not a new concept to recognize the fact that the commercial world is now moving at a rate that really is leading technology. So how do you grab some of those technologies that are genuinely applicable in the intelligence realm and transition them over, right? How do you tie those small businesses in? How do you get them working on these problems and really kind of transitioning their technology over? So we're looking to reach out as a large prime, as a large integrator. How do we connect with these businesses? How do we share knowledge of the mission space to get their technical expertise really applied to the problem set?
Is that the toughest job then?
Well, it involves a lot of pieces, right? Yeah, I mean, you're scouting, you're having to find the right technologies, make sure that they're truly applicable. Then there's transition issues. How do you convey mission understanding to people who aren't used to the defense community? That's a challenge in and of itself. But these are all things worth overcoming because there's such a wide array of really incredible technologies that can help us advance our understanding of our threats, and again, in that timely manner that we need to get to the point of decision for our policymakers and for our tactical customers.
Steve, any final thoughts?
It's easy to get discouraged when you work former government in industry by the pace of change. We feel like we're not going fast enough, like we're always being outstripped. There's this idea that the process always ends in no, but I think one of the things that Hugh and myself have found is that the things that are worth doing, they don't come easy. The easy stuff's already been done by somebody else. And so to achieve those really hard goals, we have to put a lot of effort into. And that's one of the things that Northrop really believes in. It's why we're investing in our talent. It's why we're investing in our engineering bench. It's why we're investing in new and innovative products. And it's why we believe that only through partnering, through strategic development, and through a deep understanding of the mission can we actually achieve those outcomes.
It's a fascinating field you're in, there's no doubt about it. And as you said, fast moving. Gentlemen, thanks so much. It's great to sit down and talk with you today. Thanks again for taking time out of your busy schedules. And thanks, as always, for hosting us in this incredible facility. I've been speaking with Steve Ryan, Senior Mission Engineer, and Hugh McFadden, Manager of Emerging Intelligence Programs from Northrop Grumman. Stay tuned for more Trajectory on Location.